Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your gracious attention. Locale photo is my prior trip to southern Vietnam port city of Ha Tinh, showcasing its unique, picturesque jetting rock formations along its coastline. Region is rich with Sino-Vietnamese history, going back circa 350 years. Port is located at the most extreme western point of southern Vietnam, literally a short distance from Cambodian border, and within easy maritime reach from Thailand, hence its intricate history. I was visiting my Vietnamese relatives in Saigon and the Mekong River Delta cities of My Tho and Vien Long, thus also elected to visit Ha Tinh as well. Now, in American phonetics, we call it the Mekong Delta, but in Vietnamese phonetics, it is called Mekong. Interestingly, Mekong name originated from ancient Thai word Me Nam Kon, or Mother of Waters, as in a large flowing body of water, thus subsequently adopted into colloquial Vietnamese. In Vietnamese lore, Mekong River Delta is also called the nine-tailed dragon, in that 9 major delta river tributaries fan out originating from Cambodian border and all converge in Saigon before flowing out to the South China Sea. Saigon is the highest elevated ground in the area, also the head of governmental authority, thus the Asian dragon's head, while its 9-tailed river tributaries spread westward in the delta. Also note the numerology. 9 in Sino-Vietnamese also means longevity or forever. Now, onward to port city Ha Tinh. In Sino-Vietnamese, its name is River Spirit. Originally a sparsely populated and desolate coastal region, area was originally under Cambodian kingdom influence, but given the weak military authority of the Cambodian kingdom for generations, Ha Tinh was often preyed upon by Thai Muslim pirates. This political dynamic dramatically changed in 1670s. China, under the Ming Dynasty, was conquered by northern Manchurian tribe who established the Qing Dynasty. Hence, the Chinese fled from this conquest. Majority escaped to Taiwan, while a sizable portion fled down south to Southeast Asia, including Vietnam, called Dai Viet, or the Kingdom of the Viets in that era. One of China's former Ming Dynasty prince, called Mo Jiu, in Vietnamese called Mac Jiu, secured permission from the Viet Kingdom to establish a Chinese kingdom at coastal village of Ha Tinh and build up its fortifications into viable commercial port city for Dai Viet, and to facilitate stable maritime trade with Southeast Asia by fending off Thai Muslim pirate raids. During my visit there, you can still see the legacy fortress walls surrounding the old port city. There is also an ancestral shrine dedicated to Ha Tinh Chinese founder Mo Jiu, or Mac Jiu in Vietnamese. Vietnam historical chronicles state this Chinese ruler was fair and judicious to all Ha Tinh inhabitants, Chinese and Vietnamese alike, be it Chinese from mainland China, Hoa Viets, or ethnic Chinese in Vietnam, and Kinh Viets, that is, regular Vietnamese. Chinese Kingdom Ha Tinh provided a stable anchor point whereby the Viet Kingdom was able to progressively leverage and expand its imperial authority into modern-day southern Vietnam via the conquest of rival Muslim Champa Kingdom, and also replaced Cambodia as main royal jurisdiction. Remember that the Viets, as a people, has been around for over 2,000 years. Originally, the Viets were nomadic tribesmen, much like America's Great Plains Indian tribes, like the Sioux, Apache, or Cheyenne. The Chinese came down from the north, established fortress urban centers for defense and commerce, hence converted the local nomadic Viets into urban agricultural homesteaders. This Chinese socio-political dominance lasted a good 1,000 years. It was not until the advent of the 14th century that the Viets finally threw off Chinese dominance and consolidated their kingdom into what we call northern and central Vietnam. However, the immediate challenge, if not outright thorn against the Viet kingdom, was directly to its south. A Muslim kingdom called Champa challenged the Viet's commercial encroachment. It's located in modern era coastal regions of Da Nang down to mountainous regions of Dalat. And further south in modern era Saigon, Mekong Delta, and Ha Tien regions were under Cambodian royal influence. It took almost 300 years up to the 18th century for Dai Viet, or the Viet Kingdom, to conquer and assimilate these regions. So much so with this political achievement, the Viet Kingdom changed its former name from Dai Viet, or Greater Viet, or Kingdom of the Viet, into Vietnam, or Kingdom of the Viet and the South. That is, the southern Vietnam is now an integral part of the Viet Kingdom and civilization, exemplified via its major metropolis of Old Kingdom capital Hanoi in the north, its central imperial capital located in Hue, and maritime commerce and former Republic of Vietnam capital of Saigon in the south. And this is the reason why we call Vietnam today, a direct legacy of its imperial conquest and dissemination of the Viet civilization into the southern region. There is a sidebar story to my Ha Tien visit. A short distance from the Ha Tien founder Mak Ju Memorial Shrine, I noticed a small Buddhist temple nearby. Being Curious George by nature, I inquired and was informed this temple commemorated the second wife of Ha Tien founder Mak Ju. Story has it, King Mak Ju was surveying his coastal region one day and encountered a local Kin Vietnamese girl and fell in love at first sight to her pristine, superb elegance. He decided to partake his attention by formally making her his second wife. Note that in the old days, polygamy was a common trait, if not outright standard virtue, practiced by all imperial, noblemen, aristocratic personalities, or rich commercial families alike. However, King Mak Ju's first wife was not too welcome and forthcoming. She was filled with jealousy, fearing unanticipated competition for her husband's attention and affections. Thus, when King was out and about one day, argument ensued between the wives. On raw distemper impulse, the first wife dragged the Vietnamese second wife into a large water vase or ceramic jug. Note that these jugs were not the 1 or 5 gallon type you get at the local hardware stores. No, these are Asian ceramic water jugs the size of a Volkswagen, designed to capture rainwater for drinking purposes, and is quite large and humongous. So, the first wife imprisoned the second wife inside this water jug, and with the frequent daily rains appeared, water began filling the jug. The second wife, the Vietnamese wife that is, was about to drown inside this jug. Just so happens the king returned home, saw the predicament, and quickly rescued the second wife from her peril. The Vietnamese wife was so emotionally shaken by the raw hatred of her mere existence from the first wife, she secured permission from the king to leave the marriage and invest herself into the holy scriptures as a Buddhist nun. The king supported her venue by building her this Buddhist temple exclusively for her residence and studies for the remaining part of her life. We don't know what happened to King Makju's first wife. There are no monuments in her name. But we do know the legacy of King Makju's second wife, the ever-devout Kim Vietnamese wife and later Buddhist nun, commemorated in that humble Buddhist temple. Such are the intricate cultures and history of Port City, Hat Tin. I hope you enjoyed this historical repose. If any party desire to reach me directly, my email address is displayed above. This is Leon Uwe Lee, signing off.